Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, out on another walk. And this time I'm with Billy. Hello, Billy.
Yeah.
Billy's my son, and we're going to have a walk up to Mount Caburn, just to the east of Lewes, and we're in Glynde. Lovely, picturesque village of Glynde at the moment. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
All these lovely flint buildings and...
It's got a nice smell to it as well.
Yeah, you can smell somebody's got their chimney going with, obviously got a log fire, so that's very lovely. Anyway, we're not walking around Glynde today. We're going up for a bit of a climb up a hill. Are you up for a hill climb?
I hope so. It's been a long time since I've done any walking, really. I mean, I know I do.
You go to the gym a lot, though.
Physical activities, but that's just lifting weights and chucking them down.
Right. So, well, we're going to go up into the countryside and get some fresh air. It is rather windy, but the sun is shining.
Yes, it's a lovely day.
So, the route we're taking, I think, is through this gate here. I'll let you go first and open the gate, Bill. And then above us we have Mount Caburn, which on the very top there is an Iron Age hill fort, which is one of the things that I want to visit. And it's about 480 feet above sea level.
How easy.
Easy peasy. We did see a chap as we arrived who was sort of, well, he was bent forward against the wind.
Oh yeah, holding his hood, trying to run.
So hopefully we won't have too many problems and we won't fall off.
Right off the top of the hill.
If you ever look to the right here, in the distance, and just about see it, you've got Glyndebourne, and I think in that old building is where they have the Glyndebourne Opera. It's famous for its Glyndebourne Opera around here. We're surrounded by hills.
Yeah, it's like I was saying in the car, I can't remember the last time that I was last in a village. Always been in a town surrounded by buildings and roads.
We did go for a walk many years ago, if I remember.
Yes, I think it was about...
You were about
6 years ago.
Yeah, and I said it was only going to be a 5-mile walk, and it turned out to be a 7-mile walk, and I think those last 2 miles is what put you off.
I said, I'm never going to go for a walk with you again in my life.
That's it. And here we are, taking it all in. So ahead of us is the hill. We're going to go through this ploughed field, and then we sweep to the left and climb up to Mount Caburn, and we should be able to look down on the ancient town and the county town of East Sussex, Lewes. So, another gate for you to navigate, Bill. The mud is a little sticky, and the odd puddle there. I'll let you go first. Wind. There's a blast of wind now. I'm through. Whoops. Oh, hang on. It's not so easy. I'm trying to avoid the puddles. Ah, brilliant. And yeah, it's just straight ahead. Whatever you do, don't slip over, Bill.
Oh, I'll do my best.
We've had some snow recently and then a little bit of rain, and as a result of that some of it's just sunk onto the clay surface, but of course all round here is the chalky South Downs, so as we get higher we should get more into the chalk, and water just goes straight through the chalk, so it dries so much easier, so that should be good. On our left you've got more of the ridge of the South Downs. I don't know what those towers, that's not truly hill, but there's 2 transmitters there in the distance. Anyway, we'll press on and we'll catch up with you a bit later.
Yes, definitely.
Well, Billy, we have got to the top of this part of the walk. It's the wind is rather cutting now.
Yes, so my ears are numb, but the rest of me's nice and warm.
But look at the view back there behind us. It's terrific. It was quite deceptive coming up on this route. You think you're just walking through a ploughed field, but actually it's quite a steep
Yeah, you think it's going to
incline.
take you a couple of minutes to get to the top, and you start getting halfway and you go, bloody hell, it's the incline and it's a lot more than what you'd expect.
Yes, definitely.
No, slippery surface.
So, not quite sure where is that a gate up ahead?
Yes, there's a gate to the left and a gate ahead.
Let's try the
This
one ahead. Ooh.
Yeah,
Another kissing gate. Another puddle. This is always the reason I like to have people walk with me, is they're doing the gate duty
Yeah.
whilst I'm holding the microphone. So, big expanse of hill now, Billy. Great expanse to climb up.
I'm assuming we're going at this end?
Yeah, actually, we are going to end up on the right, but there's a vague path here which will go up first towards the sheep,
Oh yeah.
which are just up there, and then we'll bear left onto Mount Caburn itself, which is good. You don't get this sort of exercise at the gym. I was just asking you before we were filming.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, as much as a treadmill and other stuff can simulate some sort of, you know, uphill climb, it's never the same. And this is a lot more, it produces a lot more endurance that you really need, and leg strength.
Yes.
To really, I mean, we've rapidly gone up just from that gate to here.
Rapidly. It's amazing. And now we're getting some views over here towards the Ouse Valley, but we'll get more as we clamber up. So we'll do a bit more. Just be careful of all the sheep poo.
Yes, I mean, trying to avoid that. It's like nice little nuggets on the floor.
Right, well, Billy, where are you? There you are.
Somewhere, I'm getting blown about.
The wind now, I'm trying to brace the microphone from the wind, is absolutely gale force almost.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're both pretty red in the face.
Yes, the exertion going up the hill is the one thing, but
down
the cutting wind blowing pretty harsh. But behind us now is the hill fort. So we're going to make our way there. In front we have a couple of worried sheep.
They're like the guards
guarding the
entrance.
To the Iron Age hill fort. But luckily they're moving out the way. A little less wind here.
Yes.
As we approach.
Dip.
It's difficult to know which direction the wind is coming from. It seems to be attacking us
everywhere.
in all directions.
Oh, my ears.
Yeah, they're ringing, aren't they?
Yeah.
And also the pressure of the wind is another thing that's blowing us. There's a little hello, Mr. Sheep. It's completely unfazed by us. Hello. This has been extensively excavated by various different people over the years. You've had Augustus Pitt Rivers in the 19th century, famous of the early archaeologists here, and then you've had the Kerwin brothers, and then Sussex archaeology have been up here looking at the various finds. They found human remains, animal bones, burial pits, tools from the Iron Age, Roman pottery, and Saxon. Oops, I nearly went then. Just getting up out of the just out of the wind for a minute.
Around there.
So yeah, this is the first of the defensive ditches that are around the Iron Age hill fort. It is sort of like a very mini version of Sisbury Ring.
Yes, it's quite odd to compare the sizes.
But they don't believe now. At first they thought this was a defensive place or a farmstead, but now they think that this was really here for religious purposes rather than defence in the Iron Age. And before the Iron Age, in the Bronze Age and Neolithic periods, there wasn't really any occupation, but this was covered in dark yew trees, this whole hill.
Oh, wow.
As much, because before the Neolithic period, it was really the Neolithics that did deforest, much of England. I don't know what this is, whether that's a little yew tree from, it looks like a thorn actually, it's probably hawthorn actually. After the Iron Age, once the Romans were here, it's believed that there was secondary fortification, getting into the wind again now, secondary fortification from the Saxons against the Danish, against the Viking raids that were coming in. So lots of history. It is absolutely staggering.
Yes.
Here we are on the pinnacle. I don't know if you can hear any of this audio now, but we've reached the very top. Thank you for joining us. I will return on a less windy day, but thank you, Billy. He's just filming a panoramic on his phone to get the full effect of this amazing thing. Thank you, Billy.
No, it's all right. It's been
an experience.
Yes, it's been lovely. We should definitely have to go on another one, or a less windy one.
Yes. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. I'm getting blown off.